I had to recording once again. This is the third day I'm recording. I don't want to recording so quick after each other, but when something happen, I need to recording it for you to follow me, to understand what's going on. And I think today is August 10, 2023. We see it's soon my mother's birthday. See if there will be something in that time. It's 1 week left until she's her birthday here on Earth. And it was this night. It was a clock that should wake me up, but I didn't have any clock to wake me up 3 o'clock in the night. That's very rare for me to go up 3 o'clock in the night if I don't need that. And it was a clock ringing, and it was kind of a different. It was like it was not the telephone we have on our telephone today, and it was like it was it was ringing on the office desk, like it was the sound was going down in wood into like an office desk, so it was so clear, and it was old, and it felt like it was before 1950, and it was for a long time very loudly close to my ear, and I was laying a little and thinking what it was first, and it didn't scare me, and then I tried to go back and fall to sleep, but what caused the clock to ring that was not in my room? That one tried to talk to me inside my mind, and some of it I remember what it was. The first was green, and I know I have in my family tree, I have people that have that surname. The last name is Green, and it seems like it was this last name, surname. I will see if this spirit is coming through, because I have them here in my home. So I will see if it was Green in the surname. And and then I started to see from the war. I think it was the Second War or Korea War. This kind of war. They have. It was first I saw very much mud. It was very much like rain that we have, and it may be because of the rain we had outside also that I got it in the picture. But then it took me into the mud, and there was soldiers, and that soldier he knew he should die, and he wanted to talk to his mother that he's not coming home, and he say this, and I didn't see his mother, but I heard him saying that I don't come home and I want to talk to you. So he tried like a telepathy to talk to his mother, and it was it was not scary. I only wondering, but then I'm thinking that I have told them that they should not wake me up in the night and do sounds, and but I think I maybe say that they should not do scary sounds, and this was not scary. It was only a sound. So maybe I know that when you pray, is it very important to pray exactly the word that you want it to be, and not say something that can interpret to make those in heaven to misunderstand what you're talking about. So you can't be on both sides. You need to be clear in your prayer to heaven. And I maybe say that to scary sounds. And this was not scary because it was like the sound was inside wood. And you know the oak wood is from heaven. So it can be what it means. And so he, of course he can't talk to his mother like she is still living here on earth and can get the message from her son, and because she can't, because she is older and he died in this war, so she is not alive anymore. So maybe he knew that, but he wanted to say that to me, because sometimes people say like I am a mother figure. So maybe he was talking to me that he's not coming home. And so I think someone is coming here now. But it's same feeling when you are frozen, when you're freezing, because it's cold here in Sweden today. It should be summer, but it is the lowest temperature recorded ever. It's so very cold. It's not ice, but it's cold. It's not normal temperature for this time of year. And I talk about it yesterday in the other chapter, that is this peak of tribulation that's going on in the world just now. In the south of Europe is it very hot, very, very hot. And here in Sweden is it, and Denmark and Norway, is it very cold, and it's raining very, very much, like it never raining, like this time 1 week have it's raining heavily, heavy. It's raining very heavy, like they have in Asia, for example. They can have this rain, but we don't have that, so it's not normal. And of course they blame it on this poison going on in the air. But we that have lived for a long time, we know that it's have going up and down with the temperature, the weather, and these things. And before, I remember when my son was born in 1975, we have very, very hot summer that year. And then next year the could almost snowing in that same time. He is born in June 12, so it's summer. And so it's not about this, the poison in the air. Some of it is it, but it is not what caused the whole thing. But as people don't believe in God here in Sweden, they're talking about the environment that is poisoned. And you know that from Sweden, Greta, that is this leader person, the angry little girl from Sweden. And they take their chance now, because we have this unstable weather condition around the world. And there is a man here now, and he is not proportional. He is not a normal body type. He is very tall. He's over 2 meters high. He's very high. And he maybe was sent like that from heaven to show up like that, because he's fill up the whole door opening. And he's polite. He asked me if he can come in, and I say that to him, that you can come in. Was it you that did that sound in the night? He said, but it didn't scare you. He is saying that to me. No, but I don't like to wake up in the night and of those high sounds, because I want to sleep the whole night long, but I couldn't. And I can't do it as I have diabetes, but I don't want to be wake up of those sounds in my ear. And then my neighbor's children start to running in the floor before 6 o'clock in the morning. So it was not much sleep this night. So he's hanging on the, in the door opening. He hanging. I say, why don't you go home to heaven? You don't need to standing lean on the door opening. He say, I knew that when calling for my mother, I knew it could never reach her. He say that, but I was scared about the death. And I say, I ask him now, so was it scary to die? Oh, he say, oh, it was not me. He say that. Oh, it went so quick. And I didn't understood. It took me a while to understand that I was gone from earth. That's his saying. And he know what I should ask him about. If his name was Green. And he say Paul. He say Paul Green. He's saying, I will check it out in my family tree if I have someone with that name, Paul Green. Here in Sweden we have Paul in that we spell it Swedish, not English, but we have the same name in Swedish. So when I search for it, I need to search on both English name and Swedish name. It's I ask. He's talking now. He said, I ask myself, laying there in those military graves, that why I was there, because all I wanted was to go home to the farm and be there in the green grass and not laying in the mud somewhere that I don't know. I was only walking. I march with people and I don't really knew where I was. He's saying he knew he was in France. He is saying that to me. He was in France, so that's where he was killed, in France. But he had a name of be English, and I know he belonged to me in my family tree, but I suppose he have more than me. He is connected with his ancestors to other of you that listen, because he want to talk to you about what happened. And he hanging around, so it seems like he have not going away to heaven. So I need to tell him that you can't lean on this home, because soon I'm leaving from this home, and you can't come with me if you are not in heaven. If you have not accepted to be in a spirit way, then you can't follow me. It's only spirits that will move together with me. And you can't, if there is some of those, there is some here that is not have coming to heaven. And now I understand it. They gave me knowledge now that I didn't know before. But they tell me that those sounds that I have heard lately is from those that have not taken the full step into heaven. They are still with one foot in this world. So they have they are not sending these sounds from heaven. They're sending the sounds from earth. So now I know how to do it, to tell them to not make the sounds. And for you, that's why he was talking about, to tell you what have happened and what you should know. He's kindly here and tell us that if you hear that ringing on the bell on the door in the night, and they knocking on the door, and they take down a picture from the wall and these things, that means they are not really in heaven. They have stopped on their way to heaven, and we need to help them to reach heaven. And now I tell them, and you should tell them also, if you have that in your home, that I'm going to marry a man, and then I going to move from here. Or you say, I'm going to divorce or separate from my husband or wife, so I will not be here anymore. And I tell you that is not really in heaven, that you want to stay here on earth, and you don't accept that you have to coming loose from earth to come up to heaven. You need that, because you can't follow me when I move, or else you be stopped here in this home, and you will have other people that coming here, and those people maybe you don't like to be involved with their lives, and you want to stay with me, but then you need to go into the spirit world to move with me wherever I go. That's the only way to do it, or else you be lost again and try to find me or find a home where you can stay, where you like to stay, for to hold into that person or family or place that you like, is to see where they are going, where they move away from, and where they are coming to. And that's the only way to do it, is to hold into the spirit and not be here on earth. You can't be on both places. And heaven is so much nicer to be in. And you can still follow us from heaven, but you should not follow us between earth and heaven, because that make you split up, and sometimes you be like you were when you lived on earth, and sometimes you are in the spirit. It's have been, I know it's have been confusing for you to be in both earthly body, and then also be in a spirit body. You need to choose. And you can't be on earth. So the only way to choose is to be in heaven, to be a spirit. And you can talk to me much better in the telepathic way than to make a noise, to get my attention. You get better attention from me if you are in the spirit, only in the spirit. Then we can talk much better. So it's you should not be comfort here in this home, because I'm moving. So you can't hold into this. You can't lean like you do, lean on this door opening, because I'm leaving. So if you want to stay in this home without knowing what will be, then stay then. But you need to be in the spirit, to follow me, because you know what you have, but you don't know what you get. And that can be terrible. It can be a family that is from the devil that's coming into this home. And then it will be a mess for you. So you know what you have, and you don't know what you get. So it's better to communicate with me in a telepathic way than into worldly things like you have done. He is not alone here. There is some, maybe I see it as 5 spirits that is here, they have not going away. They have not left the earth. They are between earth and heaven, and you can't be that way. You have to make your decision what you will be. If you want to lay in the grave forever, or if you want to come with us to heaven, you need to make the decision of it. So I hope it will make them understand that they can't wake me up in the night with those crazy sounds that is. Because it's crazy sounds, because most of it is not from this time, not even this generation. That is crazy. I start to be sleepy. I start to time for me to go to bed again, because it was not so many hours I really was sleeping this night. And it's cold, as I say, so I am going to be more warm in the bed. So I hope you understand this, that you tell them that they can't be both in this world and think they can stay in heaven also. They have to go to heaven. That's not a force, it's require it to live forever. You can't live forever and be here on earth. You know that we have talking about that those angels can be killed when they stay too long on earth. So that's not the option. So thank you for listening. God bless you.